police and fire and EMS got on scene, we started what we refer to as working the scene. That basically just means that try to locate any victims, locate anybody that needs any sort of medical attention first. We can confirm there's been one casualty. From there, we are in the process of trying to determine just exactly what occurred and why it occurred. The operator of the tractor is in police headquarters right now. We're in the process of interviewing him, trying to figure out again just exactly what occurred and how it occurred. There are mental health counselors in the area down here at the scene so that they can talk to folks, anybody that needs any sort of assistance or having any sort of brief in regards to what they saw or if they were involved in the accident, they're able to assist them. 4 people were injured. There may have been a 5th one that responded to a local hospital themselves, but we can confirm that 4 people were injured and they were transported to a local hospital. It's a tragedy, of course, what happened. We're asking that if anybody happened to see anything, if you were at one of the local restaurants, if you were walking in the area, please contact the Ithaca Police Department. We have our commercial motor vehicle, our commercial reconstruction team here, and as well as the New York State Commercial Motor Vehicle Reconstruction Team that's reconstructing what occurred. And again, as soon as we are able to determine how and why the accident occurred, we'll get that right out to you. But as it is right now, we're still just working the scene. We've evacuated the 100 block of North Aurora and the 200 block of East 8th Street. As you can see, the building behind us, it's in horrible shape. The city engineer's office for the city of Ithaca and as well an outside engineering firm are on scene, and they're going to evaluate the building and see if it needs to be completely evacuated, and if so, for how long. Okay. Does anybody have any questions that I can help with?
Are there people still in the building?
Pardon me?
Are there still people in the building?
We're evacuating the people that are left in there. To our knowledge, there's not anybody, but there are some apartments we haven't been able to get into or have been unable to get into, so we'll make a determination, if we need to force entry or anything like that at a later date, but anybody that was in harm's way is certainly out of the building now.
Any timeline for how long this might stay here?
The building itself is going to be shut down for the foreseeable future.
We advise folks to stay away, avoid the scene, even on your morning commute tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We don't know how long it'll take, but if you're planning ahead, plan to take a detour around the east end of the Commons.
Absolutely.
Is there any risk of the building collapsing?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Sure. Go ahead.
So I'm Savante, I'm the mayor. There is some risk of the building collapsing. We did bring in a crane. We have our building inspectors on the scene. They are going to tell us what we need to do to the building to keep it stable. We want to save the building if we can. It's beautiful and it's historic, but safety is our #1 priority right now. So if we feel that the building's going to collapse, we will take it down ourselves.
Are tractor trailers allowed on the street? I know a few years back on Aurora Street there was a horrible accident.
They are allowed. It's a state highway. So we get quite a lot of tractor trailer traffic coming down 79.
Do you have any ideas of maybe restricting or building a barrier or something to stop more,
I think it's a good question. It's a question we're going to have to ask ourselves. And we do have bollards on the Commons that would stop something like this, but with a tractor trailer this large with 2 decks of cars, it's a question we have to ask ourselves once the work is finished here today.
Do you have an idea on the victim?
We can't release that yet, pending notification of the family.
On the 4 taken to the hospital, that does not include the fatal?
It does not include the fatality.
How severe are those injuries?
We never really comment on the severity of the injuries. I can tell you that they're not life-threatening. They were superficial in nature, but again, the specific severity, we don't really go into too many details. It's private information really for those folks.
Where's the driver?
The operator of the vehicle, he's cooperating with police, and he's in police headquarters. We're interviewing him again in regards to what occurred and how and why it occurred. But again, most importantly, he's okay, and he's cooperating with police. So, that's something great to folks.
Where's the driver from, or the truck?
Pardon me?
Where are the truck and the driver from?
I don't know, to be honest with you, sorry.
And can you tell us the fatality? Was it a worker or a diner?
We're still going through the process, in regards to kind of reconstructing where everybody was and what their role is or their purpose was inside of the restaurant and outside of the restaurant. We also know that people scattered from the front of the restaurant on the sidewalk too. So we're still in the process of gathering all of our information, and then we'll make a determination after we've evaluated everything we'll make a determination, you know, on who was where and what happened during the accident and right before and right after.
So were there people seated outside when this happened?
There were people on the sidewalk, but I don't think there were anybody seated in the 100 block of North Aurora or 200 East State.
There were construction workers.
Yeah.
Within feet of the vehicle, so they were just able to escape injury.
You confirm reports that people rushed towards Simeon's to help out?
Can't confirm reports, but I've been hearing the same thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was, I think, the second police car on scene, and it was a great community effort. You know, that's one of the beautiful things about Ithaca is folks coming together, and you know, during times of grief, times of emergency, you know, any time where there's somebody that needs help, Ithaca is first and foremost in line to help that person, and that happened here. Folks right in the immediate area were running over to help out. They were helping police officers, helping fire and EMS, and that's amazing.
Any alcohol, any drugs with the driver? Any
What's that, sir?
Of alcohol, drugs with the driver?
Not at this point, you know, again, but it's too preliminary. It's too early to tell on that type of stuff.
Well, we learned a lot there from Mayor Svante Myrick and
injuries,
Officer Williamson from the Ithaca Police Force. Several people injured. One person was killed in this crash here.
Yeah, they are calling it a tragedy what happened there. They have evacuated several areas around there. The 100 block of Aurora Street, the 200 block of State Street. City engineers are on the scene right now because that building is considered unstable. They're going to monitor that and see if they need to do any further evacuations in that building.
Yeah, it has been a landmark of Ithaca for generations now. And then we did learn one other bit, that the truck did come down Route 79 off the East Hill on State Street right into the Commons onto hitting Simeon's. It was about 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to get you all the latest details throughout the night, pushing it out to you on our CNY Central mobile app with the very latest information, also complete coverage with our reporter Alex Rusilla, who's down there. He'll be there on NBC3 News at 11. We'll be back with more.